You own a franchise and you also own a business. So just tell me, for someone who's wondering, should we go franchise or should we go business?
It depends how much independence you want and how you run your business.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
So the franchise, it's good because it's an established brand.
Okay.
Right? And you're building off of certain processes that have already been established, but because you're working with their brand, there's certain things you can't do. Right? You have to think about yourself really as an extension of corporate versus you're doing your own business. That's great. You have the flexibility to do what you want, but then you don't have 700 studios that you're going to be learning from.
Yeah.
Right?
Came here in 2007, right in the middle of the crazy crisis. If your heart is not into it, do not do it. That's what I always tell them.
If you're making around $70K, look to be able to qualify for a home somewhere around $250, $275 in that bracket.
Onions and juices and all that, and put some lemon and onion, and you make him drink it, right?
And Alex, all my listings need a video. All of them.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I am Danielle Bilumbu. I am here with my partner.
How y'all doing? Abu Jabi with AMP Lending.
And today, because of Black History Month, we have a special guest, and I really would like for you guys to hear and talk to him and get to know his business, because all the ladies and men, of course, mainly the ladies, if you like working out and you don't want to do too much effort, but you still want to sweat a lot, you need to come check this business. So stay tuned and keep watching. I am here with the owner of Hotworx, Napo Ghonda.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. So tell me a little bit about you first.
About me, besides being a business owner?
Yes.
Well, I guess, as you can see, I'm African American. Well, I shouldn't say African American because I was actually born in the Congo, and I came to the U.S. When I was 6 years old, but I studied here. So I do feel I'm Americanized because I've been here a long time. So I guess I will take the American title. So I'm a father. I have kids, but, my biggest thing is trying to do what I can to help people, right? Because to me, I feel that's the way you win at life. So, yeah.
So what inspired you to open up Hotworx?
Hotworx, actually, I wasn't interested in Hotworx at first. Actually, I was interested in real estate, right? Because I remember I was talking to you. I was looking at, doing houses, buying houses and all that stuff. Yeah. And my business partner's wife started doing Hotworx, started going 2-3 times a week because she had high blood pressure and stuff. And then the doctor's like, wait, I don't know what you're doing, but everything's looking better. You don't have to take as much medication anymore and all that stuff. And I started learning about the benefits of it, and she invited us to try a workout. And her husband was like, oh, do you think that this would be something that you'd be interested in doing a business? I was like, maybe. And then, a couple of weeks later, he's like, oh, do you remember that Hotworx thing? Are you still interested? I was like, sure. Yeah, because like I said, I wanted to do a business, but then once I understood Hotworx and saw that I can actually do a business that can help people, that made the whole difference. I'm like, real estate will always still be there. I can still talk to Danielle like I'm talking now, but understanding the Hotworx concept, and it was just fairly new at the time. I think it had just started in 2017. We found out about it in 2018. So I understood that I needed to get on the bandwagon since I got in early before everybody else started to find out about it.
That was just like anything. If you want the first one, it's usually the best price.
Exactly.
Well, that's super cool. And then, yes, real estate is good. This is my belief. Real estate is good, mainly to park money. If you, now that you'll be making gazillion of dollars.
I don't know about gazillion.
You'll be a billionaire soon with Hotworx. Then
so
you'll be able to park
you're saying real
money.
estate is like a bank, right? So
exactly. You park it somewhere, you help with taxes, it grows slowly. You can put it in stocks, and you can put it in the break. It's up to you how you want to handle your finances. But that's a good way of seeing it too.
Keep it in the bricks. Okay. I'll remember that.
You do have several locations. Where are your location right now?
So we have 3 locations. The original location that we opened is 1463 in Cinco Ranch Boulevard, just right there between Katy and Fulshire. Our second location, that was around 2021, right after COVID, and that's 99 in West Airport. And then the latest location is I-10 in Greenhouse.
Okay. For those that are not familiar with this type of way of working out, so what exactly is?
So Hotworx, it's a 24-hour infrared fitness studio. So what that means is that you actually go work out inside of an infrared sauna. The beauty of infrared is that it actually penetrates about an inch below your skin. And what's happening is that it dilates your blood vessels. And since it's dilating your blood vessels, you're getting better circulation actually while you're working out. So our tagline is more workout and less time, because you can actually burn more calories in one of the 15-minute Hotworx sessions than you would on a treadmill. So we do a mix of different things there.
Hold on. So you burn more calories than on a treadmill. So instead of going running 30 minutes, I can just do 15 minutes.
Yes.
And have the same benefit.
15 minutes in the 130-degree sauna on a cycle.
So I'm thinking, how many sneaker bars can I eat? And I know it's going to just take me 15 minutes to get rid of. That's a good exercise,
yes,
guys.
Exactly. It is good math, but you can't outwork a bad diet. But it is good math. So it's actually more efficient way to work out. So the concept is there's a 3D approach to training that really helps make workouts more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Hotworx, is it something where you have an actual instructor that's there, or what are they following? What concepts are they following to be able to?
No, so you don't have an instructor that's there. It's actually a virtual instructor.
Okay.
So the rooms, I forget the dimensions. I want to say like 9 by 9. Don't quote me on that. But you're in the room. Maximum is up to 3 people, and then there's a screen up front, and then you follow along with the screen. So let's say if you're riding on the cycles, there's going to be a virtual instructor that'll go through your cycle sessions. Or if you're doing yoga, there's somebody that's going to be walking you through those sessions, those forms, and those practices to actually lead you through it. And also on the videos that are playing, there's also modifications, right? So there's, moderate, there's, a lower, and then there's also somebody who's showing you how to actually make your workout a little bit more intense, right? So you can do it at your own level and at your own pace. So, yeah.
Okay. So is it something where they're in a group setting and they're doing it, or is every individual on their own pace?
So the maximum you'll have in a sauna is 3 people.
Okay.
Right? So once you become a member, you'll have a Hotworx app, and then, like I said, it's 24/7. So you can pick the times that you want to choose to come.
Gotcha.
Maximum is three people. So let's say, you want to go 5 a.m. You pick, okay, what's available? You jump in. You want to go 5 p.m. You can do the same. Gotcha. So, yeah. And the thing is that the science shows, though, that when you do actually work out with some other people, it actually makes you work a little harder.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't want a group too big because people don't feel too comfortable, right? Yeah. So it is actually good to be in a smaller environment, but then also with the technology, the infrared actually penetrates much better within that closer environment.
So which type of different exercise could you do in depending on which room you are?
So we have a bunch of different workouts. So we have like hot yoga, hot Pilates. We have stuff for different parts of the body, like hot core, hot buns, of course. We have hot bar, which is basically a mix of bar, but without the actual wooden bar there. We have hot ISO, which was the original Hotworx workout. We also have hot warrior, which is a much more intense workout where you're holding the positions even longer. And recently we just added hot stretch, right? Okay. So let's say for athletes and people, let's say, okay, you go do CrossFit and all that stuff, you beat up your body. Okay. The other days you supplement with hot stretch or hot yoga or different things. So you're actually recovering on your off days, and you don't continue to beat yourself up.
Okay, this is good. So for anybody that are having any other extra sports on the outside, if you're a runner, a marathon, for example, you just come here to prepare or to relax.
Yes, actually, there's a guy who just joined recently. He's an ultra marathoner. So he's actually using it to help himself prepare, right? So that the days that he's not on the road, he still wants to keep his cardio up. He's in the cycle pedaling, right? So there's a lot of different ways to use it. But the beauty of it, like I said, since it's quick, it's a 15-minute workout. Somebody's a busy mom, right? But your husband could possibly watch your kids at least for 30 minutes, right?
Exactly,
okay.
Yeah.
You leave them, you go to Hotworx real quick, you get a quick workout, and then you're back home, right? You don't have to worry about spending 2-3 hours at the gym, but you can still make it as efficient for you.
And the good thing is it's 24 hours, so you can just get any time that you want.
Right, exactly. Or you put the kids to bed, go do your workout, and come back.
And then you come back. This is super cool. And then overall, is it more for specific type of people, or is kind of for everybody?
No, well, it's for anybody who wants to get healthier. Right? So anybody can do it because, for example, we have teenagers up to people who are 89 years old, right? The beauty of it, like I said, is that you can go at your own pace. You can supplement some of the other things you're doing, or you can make it your one thing, right? The thing is that you have to figure out what will work best for you and put together your routine, right?
Okay.
So I'm not going to say everybody should do it the way that I do, but it took me a while, but I started to have to go 5 a.m. to actually, get my workout in, right?
So how do you do it specifically when you go there?
So what I usually do, in my mornings, I'll go in and I'll do a cycle I used to only do 15 minutes. Now I do 2 cycles back to back. So I do 30 minutes, and then I'll go in the FX zone as a functional training area where you can actually use weights. So let's say Monday, I'll do a little bit of cardio first, then I'll do upper body. Tuesday, a little bit of cardio for at least 15 minutes, then I'll do legs. So usually, before I started doing 2 cycles, within 30 minutes, I'd have cardio and weights done, and then I'm out of the gym.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So when you're doing the actual weightlifting, that's in a sauna as well?
No, no, that's outside. So we have a functional training zone that has weights. It has pull-up bars. We have kettlebells. We have battle ropes. Basically things that will allow you to cross-train. That's why I said it's just about for anybody who wants to get better. Because we even have people who do bodybuilding and fitness, and then they'll be in the sauna, right? Because they're trying to stretch and not stretch to lose the weight so they can look extra lean for their shows, right? Or we have moms that are on the other side that are just trying to gain their flexibility back and trying to, some moms that just had a baby trying to lose their baby fat. So it goes back to understanding what is it that you want for your body, and then you can use the studio to cross train, right? So you have the HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, and then you have the other side, which is isometric. So isometric is basically using your own body weight and your muscles under tension to really, push your fitness, right? So the great thing about it is whether you're on the isometric side or on the HIIT side, everything is low impact. Right, okay. So you're not actually pounding on your joints.
So you can be any age, any type, even, if you have joint problem.
Exactly.
You can still enjoy workout and see the result, right?
Exactly. So that's a good point because we were talking earlier, my wife is a marathon runner. From time to time, she'll ask me to go run with her. I could go and do 3 miles, but the next day I will feel a little bit in my joints because I'm not usually pounding on my joints like running on concrete like regularly, right? But I'll go in there, I'll do kettlebells, I'll get on even we have a Bosu ball, so I do like squats and stuff there to work on the stability and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different ways to really maximize your workout and cross train.
Which type of result typically your members see and how quickly?
I know somebody recently within 5 to 6 months lost about 80 pounds.
Oh,
wow.
This is if you go every day.
Not every day.
Not every day?
No. So I was lackadaisical for a little bit, and then I got serious. And I started, when I got back on my routine, it was basically Monday through Friday, like I said, 30 minutes each day. And between September and November, dropped 20 to 25 pounds. So my son, he was playing football at Cinco Ranch. So he was done playing football in November. By the time he graduated in May, because he was weighing about 240 because he's playing defensive line, but he decided he's not going to play in college anymore. He's not going to play in college. So he dropped 70 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, he's now about like 180. So he was just he kept doing his regular workouts, but just added 2 cycles in the sauna after his regular workouts,
Drop.
yeah, the weight just started falling off. So yes, you do have to be consistent.
Of course, just like anything, right?
Yeah, at least have to show up for yourself. That's the way I say it.
Everybody wants to be skinny, but I forgot it takes work.
Yes.
And a diet. Of course, you need to have a diet with it, right?
Yes, you need to be, I feel, intentional, right? Because if you want the results, you need to think through it. The other thing that we offer at Hotworx, if you're a Sweat Elite member, it's also within the Hotworx app, it's something called Diet Tracks. So you can actually scan your food, look at your calories, and it actually give you, okay, based on your weight, this is your caloric count, and this is how many calories you should actually be eating on a regular basis, right? So then you can say, okay, I burnt X at Hotworx. This is what I ate, and use that to actually help yourself track and get yourself to your goals.
Does the app also give you example of type of food you can eat for your muscles, things like that?
The food, no, but the workouts and different things. We actually have Hotworx on the go. So when you can become a member, you can have some of the workouts on the app. So let's say if you can't get into a Hotworx, we'll still give you some stuff. So like if you're traveling and things like that, to do that. So we're not nutrition experts, but we know nutrition is key to better fitness.
Okay. So now that as you own a gym, so what some of the advice could you give anybody that want, to take care of themselves a little bit?
I would say keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
So, because a lot of people try to say, "Oh, wait, I have to do this." So
there's so many diet and workout that is offered when you look online. You're like, I don't know where to start, and then you just want to sit down and don't do anything and eat chips.
Yep. So I would say get your heart rate up regularly.
Okay.
Lift heavy things, and move around for flexibility.
So when you exercise, is it the same depending of your age, or there's different based on the age or the place that you are? There are different things.
You need to listen to your body.
Okay.
And it is definitely different by age. Because now even when I do yoga, I feel it in my hips. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, okay. I don't think I should be. It's like I'm doing a plank. I should be feeling it in my core. But now I'm like, okay, exactly. You feel the weaknesses are a little bit different, right? Yeah. So even for me, I train different. Right? Okay. Because about functional training, because I do things in order to make regular everyday life easier, right? So I tweak based off of what I want and also the results, right? So let's say if you want to be more toned versus you just want to, or you want to lose weight fast, right? You'd have a different approach, right? If you want to lose weight fast, you probably do a little bit more HIIT, and then you do the FX zone, right? And then on the other days, you do stuff in the isometric just for flexibility, right? Let's say you do a couple days a week, like the majority or 80% of your time, it's cardio and weights. But then the other days, you're bringing into yoga, you're bringing in stretch or Pilates. So you're still moving your body, but then you still get some more of that flexibility, right? But if you're looking to, let's say, just be lean and kind of maintain, and the way to probably do it is to cross-train on the ISO, but then, every so often, throw in some of the hits to make sure you're getting your heart rate up and getting it elevated on a regular basis. So, and then also as we age, right, because the body actually gets weaker and starts to atrophy. That's why I say lift heavy things, right? Oh. Because regardless, your body's going to break down. But if you don't use your muscles, you'll lose it. So
I didn't know.
Yes. So, and especially for women, actually it's better for women to lift weights. Yeah. Okay. You're not going to get big and all that stuff. So don't worry about it.
Bulky.
No. Nature will take care of that.
Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
No. Unless you're taking steroids and all that stuff, I don't think.
Start petting you on the back real heavy.
You're like, hey, what you doing today?
No. Hey, Brandon's my guy. I'm not going to give you those kind of recommendations. Exactly.
What? We don't do that over here.
Exactly. No.
Okay, so now that you own a franchise, so what does it take to start a Hotworx franchise?
It takes a lot of work. And I'm also going to say it's tough to do it yourself, right? So I started business partners. So we started the four of us. Basically, each person was taking care of different parts of the organization. Somebody took the facilities, somebody's operations, somebody's marketing, somebody's finances. So, really taking the time to understand the business and then putting the time into the business, right? So that's, I think, well, besides capital, having the right people around you and the support system, because I think a lot of people, yes, you can start and do things by yourself and move quickly, but you can usually do more with others. So
leverage yourself, pretty much.
Yeah, especially to get started. I think when you want to get started in business, I think it also depends on the investment. Mm-hmm. If it's something that you can start with low capital, it's usually better to get started by yourself and get some traction, right? Before you actually bring other people in, right? But for example, with Hotworx, it's already a franchise. It's already established. There's, all this stuff you need to do, the build out, you need to do this, you need to do that, right? There's a lot of moving parts. Mm-hmm. And you do want to have a management team when you're doing a big project like that, to help you do it.
So what's the process if somebody's interested? Are they still offering some franchise or not?
Yes, there are. It's not fully international yet. I want to say, 20, 30 countries. So there are some that are international. There's maybe about 700 or so Hotworx open right now. So they are still selling licenses. So yes, you can reach out to me if you want, but you can also reach out to our corporate office, and they would help you get set up. Usually what you do is you work with a franchise consultant, mm-hmm. and then they really, spend a couple months talking to you about, this is the opportunity, this is the investment, and educating you on Hotworx and what you would need to actually be successful at Hotworx, mm-hmm. and to vet you to see if it's something that you actually want to do.
So they make you take a class or 6 months or 3 months classes?
No, so it's not a class, but you do work with, like I said, a franchise consultant. And then once you go through that phase, then you actually have a discovery day when you go to corporate office and they actually talk to everybody and they vet people. And then, once you actually get approved, then you at least start with your license fee. And then from there, you start the process of building out the studios.
You just say something that was crazy. You said they started in 2017, mm-hmm. and today is 2025, and they have 700 plus location.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
This is how popular it is.
Yeah, it's once you understand the science, mm-hmm. it makes sense, right? Because who wants to spend more time working out?
Exactly. No, clearly.
And that's the thing.
Clearly,
so once you actually understand it, and you can do things more efficiently, right? Everybody's worrying about their time and what they have to do. So why not do the things that you can to help you be more efficient on
and
a
the
daily
membership
basis.
Is very affordable.
Yeah. So the membership, at least in Texas right now, it's $59 a month for the basic membership, which gives you access to one location, but there's also Sweat Elite that'll give you like the diet tracks that I was talking about, Hotworx on the go, and you can get access to any Hotworx across the country. So then, so let's say if you're here in Houston, you can go to Hotworx. You're traveling, go to New York, you can go to Hotworx. But actually, the other states like New York and California, some of the more expensive states, the rate is slightly different. But those are usually the rates across the country. So,
do you have some in France?
Not yet.
Not yet?
You want a franchise?
I don't know, maybe.
Let's talk about it. Moi aussi, je parle français, so we might be able to do a deal.
Voilà. Travaillons ensemble.
Exactly.
So this is amazing. So if you have a membership here in the U.S., let's say you're an elite mm-hmm. member, for the one in Canada, could you still go and use Hotworx over there?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Exactly. So you can go anywhere. I think there is Hotworx in Dubai too. So if you want to go to Dubai and do Hotworx over there, you can.
It's cool. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
So it's been growing a lot. So like I said, I saw it and I understood. At that time, I think I understood a little bit. And that's why I wanted to jump in.
So what's the bigger challenge managing several location for you?
Finding quality people.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I think, most business owners, that's the challenge, mm-hmm. is finding quality people who just want to do their best on a daily basis.
Okay.
And one of the things that I've been seeing is that some people show up just to clock in and sit there, and that's not the...
They're not proactive, they just...
Yes.
Just wait to get paid.
Yes, exactly. And that's not, and that I would say is the biggest challenge. But one thing that we've really been working on is the culture, and even working on ourselves in order to vet people a little bit more before they come in, right? So they used to be, get hired, come in and all that stuff. But actually now, doing the screening process before they even talk to me, and I was talking to you about Keegan before, and so basically they'll do an interview, and they'll do a first round before they even talk to me. Then we do a second round. Then once we do that, then they have to do the Hotworx certification, and then they also there's a book on how to sell gym memberships, so they have to complete that. Once they complete that, then they get a $300 bonus, and then they can get on the sales floor. So I'm put in a process to actually say the people who are hungry.
That's your process, or
Yes,
that's Hotworx
no,
process?
it's my process. It's not Hotworx process. So going back to figuring out the ways to make it work, right? Like you said, asked what was the most challenging is the people. So one of the things that I'm looking is to how do you get good qualified people, and you want to get the red flags early, right? So hey, the people that are hungry, they're going to be executing and being able to do the things relatively quickly. So yeah.
So now you own a franchise and you also own a business. So just tell me, for someone who's wondering, should we go franchise or should we go business? What would be the advice for you in each, or look at the pros and the cons, and then what would you advise?
I would say it depends how much independence you want and how you run your business.
Gotcha.
Right? Yeah. So the franchise, it's good because it's an established brand.
Okay.
Right? And you're building off of certain processes that have already been established, but because you're working with their brand, there's certain things you can't do. Right? You have to think about yourself really as an extension of corporate versus you're doing your own business. That's great. You have the flexibility to do what you want, but then you don't have 700 studios that you're going to be learning from. Yeah. Right?
So everything is on your own.
Exactly. So weekly we have a call with a franchise coach that talks to us. We have Hotworx convention every year. Like beginning of the year, they had like 2-3 days of training, and we had the team on there. So you get a lot more support when you do the franchise side. But there's still restrictions, right? Okay, you can't do this. You can't put it on this app. You can't do this, all right? So when you go there, there's going to be some, I guess you could say, challenges. But I think it's a little bit more comforting if you're doing it that way versus being out there on your own, right? So you can, but it'll probably take you a lot longer to get to the point that you want to get to. So.
Does Hotworx require you some franchise? You have to be owner and operated. Do they require that?
No, they don't require.
Silent partner.
Yeah, you don't need to be owner operator. So yes, you can just be the money if you want. But what I have seen is the people who are winning the most are people who are not owner operator, but very invested. Yes, involved. Yeah.
So what's your overall goal now? You have your 3 locations. Are you looking to grow? Are you looking to just perfect what you already have? What's your ultimate goal when it comes to Hotworx?
Perfect and then grow. So I think like we've grown, and now if it's stabilizing and putting in a lot of the processes and stuff like that, and then getting a good foundation to scale. Right? Because as you want to scale, if there are little cracks, it's just going to multiply once you do that, right? So yes, now there's 3. It's like, okay, how do you manage these 3 well? How do you doing all these things? And then now, all right, you've really got all these things doing well. Now continue to scale. The challenge is going to be where, because there's so many
but
here in Houston.
So big, and the city expands so much, so you can. I see some area you can go very easy.
And there's still a lot of opportunity in Houston, but all the studios right now are about 15 minutes away from the house, and around my house they're all taken. Exactly. So
you want to drive all the way to Conroe, right?
Exactly. Okay. Right. So that's the challenge there. But like I said, right now, since the area around us I wouldn't say saturated. There's a good amount of Hotworx there. So now it's like stabilized. It's understand what it is and all that stuff, and then start to see where we can grow from there. So.
But I have an idea. I think if you go down south, Meridiana, Iowa Colony, over there is exploding. Plenty of new homes over there.
Yeah, I did see.
Staley, Texas, things
maybe
are going
by like
that
Kemah and stuff like that. I see there's some spots where I've been driving and looking at, oh, they don't have a Hotworx here yet.
I see Staley, Texas, way after Katy.
Yeah, so we were looking at Brookshire at one point, but I'll need to look at the population a little bit because we do look at the demographics.
Okay.
And so that's why, our initial one was right around Cross Creek, and then the second one was right around like Aliana. So we try to, place ourselves around a certain, demographic. We also look at the income and all that stuff in order to be able to make sure that the area can support the amount of people we want at each
I have
studio.
a feeling that Hotworx is mainly for busy mom, huh? That's my feeling. Like it's the 15 minutes is good. I want to say low impact.
The majority of our members are female, but I do see a lot of times the wife starts and then the husband starts using the membership more.
Maybe convince
I see
him.
the wife trimming down. They're like, okay.
Exactly. What's that? Right? Because people think like, oh, hot yoga, this for ladies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Come try a workout. See how it exposes you.
No, I did try it. It's pretty. I tried
Yeah,
it. It's pretty.
and
it's
you're
pretty
in
cool.
130 degree sauna. Like,
I
that's not easy.
I like the concept that the fact that you just train there and then it's low impact. You don't have to run because sometimes like this morning I went to the gym and it was 30-minute intense workout and lifting weight and all that and running and then the coach say, hey, every lady is over 40 years old, make sure you walk 15 minutes to help you cool down and also for your joint and all that. She was explaining to us. So every single time I finish my 30-minute intense, then I walk for 15 minutes. And then I realized she was right because it make me feel great. But if I can have 15 minutes of low impact, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly. You're saving on that time.
I'm definitely intrigued, especially with, listening in on the pounding on your joints and things like that as we're getting older.
Well, and the thing is also
body.
the infrared, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, the infrared does penetrate your skin at least an inch deep. And since you're getting better blood circulation, you're actually healing more when you're actually working out. So there's a lot of ladies who say now when they start doing Hotworx, they don't have to wear as much foundation or makeup because it's actually cleaning out their pores and their skin. Yep, because
ladies.
Exactly. So, ladies, you want to wear more makeup or less? So that's
Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Somebody's about to get something for his wife, huh?
Well, you know how they say, "I woke up like this," right? So,
any promotion right now?
So right now we actually are doing a promotion. It is a $5 enrollment. So yes, so
real estate.
Exactly. So $5 enrollment. So definitely, you can go to hotworx.net and just find the studio that's closest to you, and just book a free workout and come check us out. How long? I want to say it ends the 15th, but don't quote me on that. So just jump and go today. So yeah.
This is so great. So now we know a little bit more about you and some of the location. Once again, give us your location for anybody in the Houston area if you want to try. Where are you located again? So
I-10 and Greenhouse, right by Second Baptist Church. So there's a little Chick-fil-A right there. You can't miss it. The other one is 1463 Cinco Ranch Boulevard, catty corner to that HEB over there. And then in Aliana, it's West Airport and 99. So go down 99. You go, I would say, west on West Airport, and then it's right there on your left. So. Okay, thank you so much for being here with us today. So hopefully everybody learned a little bit more about this amazing way of working out, but because I know I did. Every single time we talk about it, well, thank you. I appreciate it. So that means we just have to talk more often. I know. Right? I know. So if you have any question, comment, feel free to let us know. You can reach out directly to us or put your comment down below. We want to hear from you guys. And if you try it before, let us know what you think and how it's working for you. Thank you for watching. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Bye. I came here in 2007, right in the middle of the crazy crisis. If your heart is not into it, do not do it. That's what I always tell them.
If you're making around $70K, look to be able to qualify for a home somewhere around 250, 275 in that bracket. As
onions and juices and all that, and put some lemon and onion, and you make him drink it, right?
And Alex, all my listings need a video. All of them.